Lads and ladies, today we are going to be running through what is a broker, why we need them, why it's important to know, and the difference between two main brokers. So, straight into it, what is a broker? Simply put, a broker is a firm that executes buy or sell orders on behalf of clients in exchange for a fee, a commission, or a commission. Brokers provide access to financial markets, enabling individuals and institutions to trade assets they otherwise might not be able to access directly. Essentially, all a broker is just a middleman. If you want to buy into a position, somebody has to sell their position to you. All the broker does is connects that buyer and that seller. It's like if you go to sell a house, if you put your house up for sale, you don't go out and look for somebody to buy your house. You get in a real estate agent, they'll connect you, the seller of the house, with whoever wants to buy the house and make that transaction happen. So with a broker, that is all that's happening, simply put. Um, in order for somebody to enter a position, somebody else must be willing to sell them their position or buy a position. If you're looking to sell into the market, it's important to note that in order for you to, if there's 100 lots that want to be bought, if you want to buy into a position with 100 lots, there must be 100 lots worth of sales on the other side. There must be somebody willing to sell you 100 lots. That's why brokers are what you need, because without them we can't trade. We won't be able to make that transaction because we have no direct path into large exchanges like the NYSE or the Nasdaq or whatever it may be. Some brokers offer instruments that others don't. Some brokers might just only offer currency pairs. Some might only offer currency pairs and commodities. Some might not let you trade indexes or indices at all. You have futures brokers that are completely different type of broker. They have their pros and cons between the two. If you don't trade futures, it's not really important to know the difference between a futures broker and a CFDs broker, but it's important to know the difference between the two brokers. So when we look at brokers, we have an A-list broker and we have a B-list broker. Simply put, an A-list broker, when you place your trade, the broker will take your trade and place that trade directly into the market. Whereas a B-list broker, they'll do that on your behalf. But with a B-list broker, they see, well, 90 odd percent, high 90 odd percent of traders fail. So the way that B-list brokers make their money is they take whatever you say you're going to do and they do the opposite. If you say you're going to buy into a gold at $5,062, they're going to sell gold at $5,062. Why? Because that's how they make their money. If 90 odd percent of traders fail, if you bet against the traders, a lot of the time you're going to make your money betting against them. So it's important that you have an A-list broker and not a B-list broker. They're differently regulated as well. You'll find A-list brokers have tighter fees and they have better, what's the word I'm looking for, like user interface. You find with B-list brokers, it's difficult to, one, get through to them, get through to their customer service. Two, you might have issues either depositing or withdrawing, or even if you just have any questions that you may ask them and you try going to the chat, it's a pain in the bollocks to get a response out of them. But with your A-list brokers, they're really slick, they're fast, they're easy to work with. Examples of A-list brokers you could use, PU Prime is my broker. I'll leave the link down below. Brilliant. They have their own app, so everything's not just done on the website. You can download the app on your phone. Their response time is unbelievable. And another good one is Vantage. Same, pretty much the exact same thing. And wherever you are located will also be a determining factor on what sort of broker you should use. Now I have pull it up here. Just a few notes if you want to take them. Like that, they're not understanding everything about a broker it's not the most important thing in the world, but it's good to know the difference between the two brokers. So you can pause this there now and take a few quick notes on it. I'm going to run you through really quick what an order book looks like. So when you place an order, that's enough of that now. When you place an order, you are essentially part of what looks like this. This is very simply put. You see this one? Yeah, this is a more detailed, but a more difficult one to understand. So we'll just stick with the simple one. So when we look at this is essentially an order book. So this is a list of orders that are in the market. If you look at the right hand side here, we have our supply. So your supply zone is just essentially the amount of lots that are willing to be sold or bought at a certain price. So in the middle here, we have our price, and your supply is your ask. These are sellers that are willing to sell at a certain price in the market. So they might be limit orders. We can see up top at the higher number, 60, we have more lots. We have more orders waiting to be filled at a higher range. Why? Because when you start trading, simply put, you buy in low and you sell high, or you get in high and you get out low. That's how you make the maximum of the money. There's no point in getting in at the middle and getting out up here if you could hypothetically get in at the bottom and get out at the top, because that's then you're catching the whole move. You're gaining the whole move worth of profit or whatever have you. So on the right hand side, we have our supply. These are sellers that are willing to sell at these specific prices. And then on our left hand side, we have the opposite. We have our demand, and these are buyers that are willing to bid or buy at specific prices. So if we look here, we have 80 lots waiting to be bought at 49, and we have 49 lots waiting to be sold at 50. So between that 40 and 50, that's your difference, that's your spread, and that's how your brokers make the money. If you're sitting behind your laptop, although all the orders, these ones down the bottom, because price is only at $50 here now, say whatever asset may be, price is only trading around $50. But if we have 348 lots waiting to be bought at $40, these are limits. These are limit orders in the market, and the same up here, these are sell limit orders in the market. But when you're sitting behind your laptop, and everybody's a culprit, every single person is a culprit of it, and you're sitting behind your laptop and you press, oh, I think it's going to go down, bang, and you press it, or you stay on your phone and bang, you press it. There will always be liquidity in the market. There will never be a time where this 49, buyers are willing to buy at 49, sellers are willing to sell at 50, but they're not going to meet in the middle. Who's going to come down and who's going to go up? There'll always be somebody to press buy that's going to be looking at the phone and press buy or press sell and match those orders. So you're never really going to run out of liquidity in the market. And in times when the volume and liquidity is low, that means that the spread is going to go up just slightly. It's not going to be anything major. It's going to go up slightly. And depending on the currency or commodity, especially cryptocurrency that you're trading, your spread is going to be larger. Because there's less volume, there's less volatility flowing through those markets. So the markets are moving less easy because there's less people trading them. So they need to charge more on spreads than they would if you had a liquid market like Bitcoin, like Euro USD or GU or GJ or whatever it may be. So that is a quick rundown of brokers. Make sure I hit everything. That's a quick rundown of brokers. It's important that you understand how they work. It's not too important to overthink it. There's a lot of people can get caught up in analysis paralysis, where essentially they try to learn so much, and I've been a culprit of in the past, where they try to learn so much and they just overlearn, and that's not working. They just try to learn everything in one go, and they ended up just not knowing anything because they're trying to take in so much information at once. So it's a quick short video. Don't dwell on it too much, but understand that that's what brokers do, and that is how we use them. So that is brokers tied up, and I will catch you in the next video.